Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 4 of season 3 of Reacher. In the last episode, Reacher just continues to climb the ranks of this criminal organization, especially as he continues to just axe people off one at a time. And we're learning more and more about this place, especially considering that Beck is kind of just the front man. He's not the one pulling the strings. He reports to somebody above him, and everybody else around on this crew works directly for that person specifically. So all of this power he supposedly, which he does have to protect, his own business, he does have the wealth and all of that, but when the resources are all pretty much on loan from this McCabe figure who seems to be one and the same as Quinn, the guy Reacher is after. That all said though, let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon or Forgotten Maribel's channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually an entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 4. Here we go.
Angel Doll was the one who set us up. Guy was as crooked as a fucking fishhook. Yeah. No.
What an expression.
He helped them go after my fucking son.
Who was that?
Julius McCabe. He just made you my new lieutenant.
It's gonna be interesting because as we are aware, and Reacher is aware, they know each other. So what's going to happen when they come face to face? Because we also got no confirmation if his amnesia was legit or not from when he woke up, when he was found washed up. They couldn't get any information. He feigned that he had no memories, but we don't know how legit that is. So I'm curious.
How'd it go in Hartford?
According to plan, had to burn down the DEA's safe house.
How do I explain that to my bosses?
I'd replaced Duke as number 2, so the safe house was collateral damage.
What happened to Duke?
Same thing as a safe house.
This guy, here, looks moneyed and in charge. That's gotta be Julius McCabe, right?
I know him as Xavier Quinn.
Yep.
The guy I thought I killed.
Oh, he just straight out said it. It was all heavily implied, but he just spelled it out for everybody. He's the one that put that bullet in his head.
Julius McCabe's a dead end. Quinn wouldn't use an alias just to have it lead back to him. He's too smart.
So this isn't just some guy you have beef with, is it? Quinn's someone you wanted dead, still want dead. Why?
We kind of covered this an episode ago. Well, not in detail.
Open your goddamn mouth and tell me what you've been keeping to yourself, because I have a right to know exactly who we're dealing with.
Damn. I love her fire, man.
On my desk years ago.
Now we're finally going to get the story.
I think you'll need some help keeping your head above water.
What's this?
Assignment order and personnel file.
Dominique.
She's impressive.
What did you think? I was going to send you some soup sandwich.
When did she get here?
Just pulled in.
Sir, Sergeant First Class full reports is ordered.
We finally have a face to the name.
Something wrong?
No, Reacher.
Speak your mind, Sergeant.
But I'm realizing now that you've just learned that I've been assigned to you in the past 5 minutes.
Why do you say that?
When I learned I'd be working under you, I asked around. You have a reputation of being demanding yet respectful to those that you work with. So if you'd known I was coming, there would be a second chair in here, but there's none.
I don't like people hanging out in my office, so I got rid of the extra chair. But I found out about you 3 minutes ago.
I assume by your tone you don't like surprises. I don't like surprises either. But I promise you won't regret bringing me on.
Take a look at this and tell me what you think while I get us coffee.
Specialist Gorowski has no criminal record. His civilian life is clean. His military life is decorated.
He just doesn't fit the profile.
Bring in a chair for Sergeant Cole.
It was all kind of a test.
Sharp as a tack. She figured out Gorowski was making dead drops at a local park.
And Quinn did something horrible to her along the way, involving a shed or barn. So a lot of people speculating about, for whatever reason, I don't understand. So a lot of people thinking that Neagley was the person that got or hurt in the past, when we had gotten her name a couple episodes ago when he was alluding to the scenario and stuff like that. Some people that are book readers let me know that Neagley's not even in this book. So they kind of found their little way to naturally bring her into the story, at least, with him calling for some favors and stuff like that. But I wouldn't imagine she would have any huge impact, though, in a large way, at least then, based on that. Another thing is he said, like, the person died. Or the illusion was that the person that Quinn hurt died, so...
You would leave a place called Elkhart to go hunt elk. Were you any good?
Real good, but couldn't touch Maxwell Cole. We made a good team.
You're using the past tense. No more hunting?
No more dad.
My dad was an elk hunter. Growing up, our living room had a massive elk head that he named Earl for whatever reason.
What's your dad doing now?
Same as your dad.
What was he like?
Plain New Hampshire Yankee with a disdain for anything fancy. Had no use for excess or wealth. Pretty compartmentalized guy.
So you take after him.
You could say that.
Pickup should have happened by now.
Let's get to it.
What if they hired a sniper?
One of us would find out when the other one's head explodes.
I mean, that would be a tell. What if it's like, I see you? Oh.
What the hell?
Oh, nothing.
It was a misdirect.
So then they would have either known that they were being followed or did that as a backup in case they were being followed.
Real drop happened in the newspaper.
So we're staring at a garbage can while the document's being picked up 30 yards away.
Damn, that's wild.
I think we need to haul in Gorowski.
But we have nothing.
He doesn't know that.
We know all about your arrangement. We know that you are selling out your country. We know that you approached him with an opportunity.
No, he came after me.
There you go. You got him.
You could have said no.
No, I couldn't. You don't get it. He's a psychopath.
That's it.
What are you afraid of?
That a girl.
She's a natural, man.
You go away for treason, you get hanged.
He took my daughter.
Well, shit.
What do you mean took her?
What?
He lured her off the preschool playground.
What happened next?
My phone rang. They were watching me from somewhere. They told me to smile and to tell the teacher everything was okay. I did.
Oh, that is fucked.
Your only way out is us. I need a name.
Quinn.
There it is.
Quinn has the system wired. You so much as put in that report that you picked me up, he'll know within the day. Now you have to help me.
That's insane, man.
You somehow stashed away $500,000 in an account I found in Aruba.
I spoke with someone in imagery analysis. Says he keeps to himself, pretty vanilla. Spends weekends up at a farmhouse in Linton.
Farmhouse. Lovely.
The phone records you requested.
The calls were to...
It's toward the end. Page 12. I highlighted them for you. Can't be much longer. Club's gonna close soon.
I wouldn't last 5 minutes in there.
Don't like crowds?
Music's terrible.
I like dancing. Anytime, anywhere. Anyone ever want to go dancing, I'm in.
Is that your smooth way of trying to ask?
You dance, Cole?
Nope. Okay, there we go. Getting straight to the point.
There he is.
Let's go.
I'm a little suspicious of this guy.
Mr. Kasim!
This new kid.
I'd like to ask you some questions.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Hey, why don't you take a step back, pal?
Don't do it!
Let me guess. Hired help, paid by the hour.
Maybe he's just trying to showboat to get Dominique's eye. Because, I mean, he was doing the same thing kind of with the report, trying to grease the wheels a little bit.
I'm a foreign national with many powerful friends.
You're a foreign national who attacked American military personnel on American soil. That makes you an enemy combatant. Locked up in God knows where, gone forever like you never existed.
Good God.
Private, I know you like Cole.
Like her. Like, as a friend.
Shut up. But you can't let personal feelings affect your judgment in the field. Never turn your back on a viable enemy to save a fellow soldier. You only get 2 dead soldiers that way. Finish the task at hand. Trust your partner can do the same.
Understood.
She's not into dancing. Just ask her to dinner and bring flowers, but not roses. Every asshole brings roses.
This guy's all over me about wanting a smoke. Any wiggle room?
What do the
Still,
regulations say?
No cigarettes, drugs, or alcohols for detainees.
still
Why am I looking
pushing
at you?
for it.
He's a good kid, but what the fuck?
We'll need to proof this thing once more.
Why don't we do it at the bar? I could use a beer.
There are already going to be people who believe you didn't earn this case because you're a young woman and you're only here to meet some quota. If we're seen out socially, those people will look at this as something more than what it is, and it'll only add fuel to their fire. Let's not let some assholes diminish what you earned.
Hmm.
I could use a beer too.
Good thing I got some here.
Cole and I met Safwan at a prearranged location where he gave us some blueprints. You have 6 hours to collect your things and get out of the country.
You promised me a plane ticket.
Pay your own way, asshole.
Top secret weapons, blueprints in a Syrian agent's possession, and 3 MPs to testify in court. We got him.
You got him. So go make the arrest.
Really?
Oh.
You should be the arresting officer for the same reason we didn't get a drink at the bar. You don't put the final stamp on this, everyone will think you were just along for the ride with a senior officer. Put the cuffs on Quinn, Sergeant. You earned your moment.
Damn.
Thank you, Reacher.
Welcome, Cole.
When he was talking about how he knew what she was going through, I thought she was like an undercover, somebody that was working on the end with Quinn, but she was out in the open the entire time, and still this happened, you know?
It's been 61 minutes. Text her. I don't text people. She knows that. She'll think I'm micromanaging her. I'm texting her.
I mean, with the sensitivity of all of this, I would be a little overbearing in some way. Like, no matter how confident I was, or worse, that something happened, you know?
What'd she say? Got him, cuffed, heading in. Sir.
She never says, sir. It's not her. Somebody's got her phone. Is that our... Yep. Okay, so he wasn't dirty at least.
You turned your back to the enemy to help her.
Wow.
Up here.
It's fucked up, man.
Xavier's recent attack on a teacher, his history of harming animals, and persistent antisocial.
Oh.
Lead this therapist to a diagnosis of malignant narcissistic personality disorder, sociopathology, paranoid, and egosyntonic aggression.
How would that not get flagged when you're brought into the military, let alone for somebody that escalated to the position that he did?
Our entire case against him falls apart if there's no one to testify to what was observed. Without my testimony, calls for scummies, Quinn walks.
Wow.
He's gonna torture her. It's gonna be brutal. She would never give me up.
What do we know about Cole? She's an outdoors woman. She's strong. She's tough. She's gonna fight back. She's gonna make noise. Quinn needs someplace quiet, secluded.
This farmhouse? Or is that not what we just knocked
Quinn's
in?
weekend house in Lynn. Tons of land, desolate.
Oh, it's a different property.
Off State Route 4.
I'm minutes away.
I notified county police. They're about a half hour away.
This doesn't end with Quinn getting arrested.
Then you know my rule. Do it once, do it right.
Here we go. There's the door. Wow. All right, here he is, trying to pack up and leave.
You assume you know the whole story, but you don't.
I don't think I need the whole story, bud.
A few weeks ago, I saw you guys at the park, and I know I'm gonna have to do some time for that. But I prefer 20 years over a life sentence, so let's make a deal.
Yeah, nah, fuck you, man.
Big military brass all in on this, helping me get the blueprints, setting on my contacts.
What's her first name? Name of someone you cut a deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So what's her name?
I fucked up. But probably should have popped him before and then chucked him off the side. Double tapping before. Goes, oh, damn it. This little oversight helps this guy get away. And just start all over again.
Got all that money back there. You could just take it and go.
Dominique. That was her name.
Damn. And there we go. We got the story.
I shot him with his .22 so ballistics wouldn't match to my service firearm. The small round was the problem.
The bullet lodged in his skull and never got to his brain.
I assumed he was dead and gone.
Assumptions kill.
Where's Xavier Quinn?
He was gone when I got here.
Are you okay?
Kind of a dumb question, but I get it.
I'm sorry, man, but you're gonna get him this time.
Now she's afraid of what happened to her girl, or may have happened.
I didn't pay Teresa to go undercover. I threatened her with a prison sentence. I made up a story that the DA who prosecuted her boyfriend on drug charges felt that Teresa held back on her testimony so he'd get a lighter sentence, and now the DA wants Teresa to serve time. I told her that if she helped me, I'd get the DA off her back, but I fucked up.
Guess we have that in common.
Such a bleak ass episode, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, he had to tell that story in that little window that he had. Shoes.
Got any coffee?
All you have to do is ask.
I did ask.
No, you asked if there was any. Not the same thing.
I love her.
Where's Mr. Duke?
He no longer works for Beck's company. I've taken his place.
Everything okay?
Long night.
Doing what?
Thought you didn't ask questions.
Well, it's been a long night for us too. What's to be done for the boss's 50th birthday?
Are most of the guests coming from work?
He hates people from work.
Anyone coming from afar?
Shocker.
Overseas, maybe?
No, why so curious?
I'm the number 2 now. I should know who's gonna be there. Run the names of his friends.
He has no real friends. People who love his money, and he loves that they make him feel important.
He's a lonely, miserable bastard.
I picked this up for you.
Beck can't have his number 2 looking like number 2. Means I look like Matt.
Yeah, I was like, I got it.
Something wrong?
It's been a while since I've smelled new clothes.
I hope you like them.
Merci.
Aww. Hope nothing horrible happens to her, but knowing how this has been so far, who knows? That does not look very Reacher. The fuck is that noise? Oh.
Hit me.
What if I hurt you?
You're kidding, right? Come on, you don't want townies messing with you. Show me what you got. Okay.
Sloppy form.
You punch with your legs, not your fist. All your power comes from below the waist. Show me your fighting stance. Your dad never showed you how to throw a punch?
Yeah, well, my dad doesn't really give a shit about me. I mean, he let him cut off my ear.
You ever consider that maybe he was protecting you? If he'd have gone to the cops, he'd have went to jail. You have no other family, so they'd have placed you in the foster system. Aged out at 18, wound up poor, alone, on the streets. You really think that'd be any kind of life for you?
Well, you're poor, alone, and on the streets.
He's got a lot more under his belt that helps him make do.
Hard to pivot when your feet and shoulders are lined up like that, and you leave yourself wide open.
Open for what? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You need strategy. Tell him you'll count to 3 and hit him on 2.
But isn't that unfair?
Oh, shut up.
The weaker guy in the fight needs to throw the first punch and make it count. Make your first shot your best shot.
Okay.
I love this.
What if I'm not the weaker guy in the fight?
You will absolutely be the weaker guy in the fight.
There could be a weaker guy. We don't know.
Has it occurred to you that if Reacher had fucked things up with Quinn from the start, we wouldn't be in this mess? Reacher kills people off the books and doesn't seem to have a problem with it. You can go to prison trying to save Teresa. You okay with that?
I am.
Yes, I am too.
Well, you don't know her.
She's not the girl I'm willing to go to prison for.
Yeah, he's here for you.
I got a call from McCabe. He sent someone over to Bazaar to get Angel Doll's laptop back. It's gone.
Maybe it's in the house he was hiding in.
No, because it had a tracking app on it in case it was lost or stolen.
Shit.
Was the laptop there the whole time?
Don't know. The app only shows real-time location, and 3 of McCabe's guys are already on their way over there.
Uh-oh.
Here's the address.
It's gonna be the where they just showed up, isn't it? Fuck, if it is. We're gonna have a firefight with them and Reacher, and he's gotta not blow his cover.
You've reached Susan Duffy. Leave a message and I'll call you when I can.
Duffy, Quinn's tracking Angel Doll's laptop. You need to ditch it and get out of there now.
Cause it's in their car.
How far from the next location?
Damn it, no bars.
Of course. Shit, and he wasn't able to get here first.
Okay, was clear. Anyone inside ain't supposed to be?
Hey, this guy. Oh, that's where we're ending. Damn, dude. Damn. What a fucked up episode. Getting that backstory and all that, you know, and seeing like just where this all started. This vitriol with this Quinn character. And yeah, what kind of person he is. Like he'll spin a lie, whatever he needs to spin to get out of this situation, but he'll do whatever he needs to try to make somebody break, humiliating her in her final moments the way he did, stringing her up and then just tearing into her, dude. That's so fucked up. And then again, like, I don't know how the military works on this front, but I feel like maybe not so much when you're recruited in at the bottom, but I would have to imagine, like, they would have to have dug deeper and deeper and deeper for somebody who handles military intelligence and secrets like that, and to have gone up to like this security level. Like, I just feel like, and who knows, maybe there is no like vetting. I mean, I feel like there would have to be, right? Like juvenile records or whatever, you know, like these things. Like how I know, like with like even with the FBI, there's psych evaluations and stuff. You have to like pass a bar and able to even be like a special agent or anything of the sort. So I'd have to imagine if his like child history came up, that would have definitely set off a lot of red flags, but apparently it didn't. But once they came snooping around, he was going to try to make her break on Reacher so that he could take him out, because without him, there'd be no witness for the case or any of the observable evidence or anything of the sort, and then basically the case itself would be made null and void. But she didn't give him up, and just the little clues. Again, the way that Reacher can like get to know somebody, the way that he can size people up, and he just sees her for the asset that she is, like this, you know, person who, you know, like he said, there's not a lot of people in the world that want to do the right thing or are good or do the right thing the right way at all. And she does things the right way. She wants to do things the right way, and she's good at doing things the right way. And I love the way that he was also trying to like help her as well in these ways where it might not seem so like personal, like, hey, let's go out and celebrate. We did a good job. But he's like, hey, because of who you are and the job you're in at the moment, people are going to think this, and this. If they see us out together, you know, that's going to undercut, you know, your achievements if people start kind of trying to use that against her. He wants to do anything and everything to hold her up on this pedestal for all the efforts that she's put into this. You know, he wants her to shine for everything that she's earned and not have anybody have it in question. Part of that, though, is what bit them in the ass. He was like, you should be the arresting officer. This is your case. Go get him. And sending her out on her own. Oh, I guess she wasn't on her own. The other dude went with her. But like earlier in the episode, and the way they seeded that, because he let his feelings get involved. He wasn't thinking with his head. He thought with his heart. You know, in the moment, he like left himself vulnerable because she got in that little tussle there in the alleys because he had the feelings, he had the hots for her and all this kind of stuff. And I like that Reacher in his own way kind of helped him along there to try to, courtship her and all this. In the end, it's that very same thing when they went to his house that got taken advantage of and got himself killed, stabbed in the back because he was concerned with her well-being rather than trusting her to do what she needed to do, that he left himself open and got himself killed and got them both killed in the end. And just like, again, the fucked up shit that he did there and the fact that, this could just be happening again with this new kid. And now the revelation that the story that we kind of got about Teresa is not exactly the truth, that one of the main reasons is not just because she was this kid that she is using in this way, but that she quite literally coerced her into this, leveraged her crimes and all these other things against her to turn her into an asset. It wasn't this willful thing that she kind of made it out to be initially. So there's even more guilt weighing on her shoulders now because she put her in this position and she could end up just like Dominique did. And now we're still trying to figure out where she is and we still have no idea. And we know they were keeping her alive, which is more to say what they did for Dominique, but that was just when Quinn was on his own and the wolves were coming for him. But this time around, he's got this whole operation. He's rebounded with a fury at this point. Seems like maybe even tying in his original ties with these foreign nationals and stuff like that. Who knows, again, what they're selling and operating with now. It's a different operation. But the fact that, damn it, man, the one little oversight, I assumed he died. And assumptions kill, man. Oh my God. The fact that all these things kind of play back in their own way is, I just love the writing on this. And obviously I know it's based on the novel and whatnot, but it's enjoyable and smart and witty, and the way the Reacher kind of just floats through these situations, and also the way he's kind of leveraging himself in the house now that he's number two, with the staff, with the kid, and using that to his advantage. And now we just got to hope he can get there before anything bad happens to them. 3 of their guys just went in there as Duffy and her partner are in there, just about to be caught unawares. Oh, it's just fucked. It's a fucked up situation. Anyway, the whole point, I got distracted there for a second. The whole point was he assumed he died, shot him with his own gun, so they wouldn't trace back to him if the body was found. But it was too small caliber, didn't breach the skull. Then we know that thanks to the cold waters, it slowed the bleeding, slowed his system, and kept him kind of preserved. All these different little factors made it to where he survived all of this, and now we are just reliving this nightmare. And like this guy said, I can't remember his name, her partner, the old guy, was saying, I was like, damn, just makes you wish that Reacher did this right the first time. We wouldn't be dealing with any of this right now. And that's true. I mean, it's true. It's I guess if he had shot him and then threw him off, there's the potential or necessary cleanup that would need to be for the site in which he was shot before, rather than just shooting him and letting the body fall off. But damn, really needed that double shot. Pop 2 in the head. Hell, 1 in the head, 1 in the heart. Whatever. Make sure the job was done. That sucks. Because that is a just freak chance accident that he survived all of that. I'm just wondering too, and he signed off on Reacher taking this place here. I wonder, because this place would have to have some level of surveillance, I would imagine, right? Maybe not as we know in Reacher's room, because he checked for any of that. I feel like there's got to be no way that he wouldn't know the faces of everybody on Beck's detail. And maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's entrusting that with Beck, which would be a gap in his security. It would be not shocking at all if he knew. And all of this, maybe not everybody involved would be aware of this, would be some kind of long con for him to get back at Reacher. Now that he sees he's involved and still on his trail. Kind of throwing him these bones, allowing this to happen, allowing him to escalate, to get closer and closer and deeper into his world, isolating him from any of his assets and resources. But who knows? Maybe not. Because either way, once they come face to face, that'll tell us for sure if he was faking that amnesia. Because I know amnesia can be very specific, it can be very vague. You can forget details of your life. It could be up to a specific moment, like he could forget the things that happened maybe surrounding his traumatic event. So maybe that day, maybe his entire history, or just broad strokes. He remembers, you know, things about the world, enough to function. Maybe he has these connections still. Who knows? We don't know what he remembers and what he doesn't. All we know is that he wouldn't tell the medical professionals that found him what was going on. He couldn't pinpoint if it was legit. They couldn't pinpoint how wide-reaching it was, because obviously, you know, he didn't know his name. He didn't provide any details about himself, all these other things, just the description the Reacher had going in visually. That's all they really had to go on to find that report to begin with. I would have to imagine he remembers enough to have restarted all of this, and with the kind of finesse that he has with all this, leveraging his resources, leveraging his know-how, his knowledge, all of this stuff. All of that's got to be intact, which makes me just think that he would have to at least know Reacher's face, unless that is the one little blind spot that may even be true about his amnesia. You know, he may not have ever seen Reacher face to face in his own mind, depending on what is or is not blacked out. I mean, even if he did wash up and he was faking most of it, you know, like, you're not going to like outright give us stuff away, especially when somebody was hot on your heels for shit you just did. It'll be really interesting to see what happens, because if this is this cat and mouse game, but the cat is actually the mouse, which would be kind of fun. Excited to see where this goes, especially as, again, things just continue to escalate, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for right now. I'm going to pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Man, share your course, Scott, Roberto, Guillermo, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.